Subscribe my channel. Press the bell icon on YouTube app.
Prisoners, 2013. Fear has such power over minds that it can paralyze those, like a tarantula as to its prey. Denis Villeneuve's Prisoners effectively explores the fear of unknown, the boundaries of morality, and the dilemmas of human conscience. Let me warn you right away, it's disturbing and makes you shiver to the marrows. And you wonder, what if it happens to me? 9. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, 2009. A modern-day masterpiece, based on the late author Stieg Larsson's work, took the world by storm. An investigative journalist and a troubled hacker join hands to search for a girl who vanished from her house 40 years ago. The only clue they have is a diary of the missing girl. Soon the diary reveals a series of clues that leads them to brutal murders of young girls 40 years ago. Sensational and shocking to the core, this Swedish movie was raved by the critics and the audience alike, giving it a successful Hollywood remake. Naomi Rapace gives a thunderous performance as Lisbeth Salander. 8. Chinatown, 1974. Roman Polanski's Chinatown is an education about how neo-noir mysteries should be made. A woman assigns a private detective to keep an eye on her husband, who is found dead in a reservoir. The catch: the woman isn't the one she claims to be. The plot is a labyrinthine maze with multiple sub-layers, thus making it one of the most amazing mystery movies. And did I forget Mr. Nicholson? In one word, wow! 7. La Confidential, 1997. Set in the 50s of a crime-ridden Los Angeles, this is a story about 3 cops and their ways of dealing with crime and perpetrators. It's essentially a crime thriller, but the whodunit saga goes beyond that. An investigation into a series of murders in the city opens a can of worms of corruption and deceit. A relatively unknown Guy Pearce and Russell Crowe along with a seasoned Kevin Spacey played the protagonists. Kim Basinger won the Oscar for her portrayal of a prostitute. Easily one of the best detective movies of all time. 6. 7. 1995, Brutal Killings, each describing a biblical sin, an unnamed American city. A soon-to-be retired detective with his hot-headed partner start looking for this unknown killer called John Doe. After 5 dead bodies, the killer turns himself over to the police and offers to take them to 2 more bodies. What transpires next is an amalgamation of disturbing, nasty and thorough bizarreness. David Fincher's Say 7N is a work of fiction, but somehow it appears to be a truth close to the heart that eventually your sin catches up to you. 5. Memories of the Murder, 2003. How far can someone go for the pursuit of truth? And who decides how far is too far? Memories of Murder asks these questions, but leaves the answers for the viewers to decide, never once insulting their intelligence. Set during the times of military dictatorship in South Korea, the film, apart from being a gripping mystery about one or many serial killers, is also a subtle commentary on the corruption existing in the system. 4. Zodiac, 2007. In the late 60s, early 70s, a serial killer was roaming loose on the streets of San Francisco. Each of his killings was followed up by an encrypted letter to the local newspapers, taunting the police to crack them. While the police were unable to find the killer, 2 journalists take it on themselves to solve the mystery. David Fincher tells a chilling tale about the most infamous and still not caught serial killer of the modern era, Zodiac. 3. The French Connection, 1971. Inspired by a true story, The French Connection is gritty, fast-paced, and innovative police drama about two New York City cops trying to intercept a huge heroin shipment coming from France. The film's high point, a high-speed car chase, was one of the most viscerally exciting screen moments of its day and set the stage for dozens of action sequences to follow. And the film's grimy realism and downbeat ending was a big change from the buff and shine gloss and good guys always win heroics of most police dramas that preceded it. 2. Vertigo, 1958. A man afraid of heights who had seen his fiancée jumping from the top of a tower, suddenly finds her alive. But she claims herself to be someone else. Then who jumped to her death that fateful day? Alfred Hitchcock's second movie on this list is a true insight to human psyche and a perfect psychological thriller. Vertigo has the classic Hitchcock signatory work with a twist in the climax catching the viewer unaware. Released to a mixed review, over the years Vertigo achieved a cult status to be designated as a classic murder mystery. 1. The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. A nightmare in which lambs are being slaughtered on a farm keeps a young trainee from Quantico, Virginia awake in the nights. She feels that if she could save another innocent from the clutches of a crazy psychopath, she just might get rid of those dreams. To nab a serial killer, she turns to another serial killer for help. Together, would they be able to save an innocent's life? Or it will be the burden of failure that will torment her for the rest of her life?